Lauren, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. So, oh, you look beautiful. I look like I need to see. We are not recording yet, right?
It's just my tan.
So what we, oh gosh.
No, you look pretty.
Yeah, thank you for the flowers. I take it. What we're gonna do is, Robin, what do you think? I was thinking, because we will have another Leap event in May in Montreal, so actually it's perfect. You remember?
Yep.
When is it actually? I'm so not prepared for this right now. Let me just check when is the next Leap event.
Are people? It says there's 13 people on right now.
They don't hear us, right?
I think we're on air.
Hey, everyone. Hey, guys, can you hear us? Just type something if you can hear us.
Yep. You can hear us. Okay, perfect. Can you see the chat stuff?
I see the chat, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Cool, let's wait a little bit longer, hey? So more people have time.
Yeah, we still have time.
Hello, everyone. Let us know where you guys from. I always love to see where we're all from.
Yes, I love to see that too.
Medellin, Mexico City, Brazil. Nice.
Nice.
Russia.
Oh, Russia. That's new. Mexico.
India. Yay.
Robin,
where are you from?
I'm from Montreal. I could show you guys after what my view is to show you when there's a few more people on there how the city looks. I have a really good view today.
Nice. For everyone, I'm currently in Toronto. We are at an event, but I'm from Germany originally. So, yeah. Oh, South Africa. Cool.
That's where in South Africa? That sounds so cool.
What time is it? Yeah, let's give it 3 more minutes. Guys, what are you expecting to learn today? Just write some questions you might have for us in the chat. Of course, we have our agenda, but so we know what is important for you.
Just 1 second. I'm going to be right back.
No question, guys? Oh, importance of knowing French. Yes, this is a very good one. We will talk about that for sure. Did you see that, Rowan?
Importance of knowing French. Okay. Should I answer that right away, or?
I think let's maybe. I think the most. I think that's the most important question. Well, so let's start. I would say to talk a little bit about about Montreal? Yes. If I need French in order to apply, where will be the Leap event? I would love to book a hotel. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So I think, Robin, because since you are from Montreal, we start here.
Okay, perfect. So I'll talk a little about Montreal, what are the requirements and kind of what it's like to live here. I know that the big question for everybody is always if they need to be able to speak French. So if you're coming to Montreal and you're worried about that, then don't worry too much because most of the tech companies here in Montreal are English speaking. So the majority, probably about 90%, are looking for English speaking candidates. However, it is important to learn French if you'd like to stay in Quebec. To get your permit of residency, you do need to take some French courses, but they're offered for free from the government. So if you're not able to speak French right now, that's totally fine. Don't be too worried. But if you are interested in learning French, then Quebec's a really great place to be because you get to learn it for free. Does that answer the question well enough? Or do you guys a little bit still concerned about the French? I mean, most people in Quebec are bilingual, but I think everybody that we've brought from VanHack so far were English speaking. No, you don't need French in order to apply for Montreal jobs. Usually it's just English. There are some that require French, but the majority of the jobs in Montreal are English speaking for tech. Is that good? Should I talk a little bit about what it's like to live in Montreal? Maybe, Steph, I don't know if you want to start with talking a bit about the event, and then I can talk kind of like what it's like to live here and maybe the tech culture, or which one do you think would be better to go first? I can't hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me, right?
I can hear you, yeah.
Sorry, I have some trouble with my mic here. No, I just really want to emphasize what Robin said. You don't need to speak French. This is very important. You don't need to worry about. And of course, at one point, if you live in a city for a while, you eventually will pick up the language, right? It's like everywhere you live. So for this upcoming event is, if you're selected for this event, actually, Anna will share an invite. Anna is part of our Leap team. And also you can reach out to Scarlett, Christy, or myself regarding the location where the event is. It will be in downtown Montreal, so it's very accessible for everyone to go. So if you're looking for a location accommodation, just reach out to us afterwards. But it's downtown Montreal. In general, would anyone be offended if we spoke in English in Quebec? No, people know you're an expert, you're coming from outside. Of course, they would be happy to see at one point if you learn French, but they will be never offended. How many companies will be on the Leap? This is a good question. Robin, the one who is in Montreal, she did a lot of work, and we have 12 companies confirmed for the upcoming Leap in less than or beginning of March.
Hopefully we'll have a little more too. I have a few more companies that are interested. So right now we have 12 confirmed, but it should be a little bit more. And also just another comment about the French. Most people are bilingual in Montreal. So if you do go anywhere downtown, people speak French and English. So you won't be stuck not understanding something. Or if you're worried about going to a restaurant and ordering English, that's okay too. Everybody pretty much speaks both. So don't have to be too worried. It's not just the company culture that are English speaking, but the culture generally in Quebec is both languages. So just to elaborate a little bit more on that. I see, can you talk about the environment in a Leap event?
Yeah, it's actually a very friendly and fun environment. I know it sounds weird if I'm saying it. So we are starting always with, like Anna calls, like the kickoff event. So all of you will be there who are invited for the event to attend, and you will pitch in front of companies. And I know this sounds really stressful. We help you with that. and you will do amazing. And so it's a room full of companies who just coming to see all of you. So that is the reason they take the evening off. They want to meet you. They want to meet you in person. They want to talk to you. And then it's usually 3-hour event where you get the chance also to introduce yourself to all the companies, to show who you are, why you would like maybe join the company, but also it's an opportunity for you to learn about the company, what they're doing, what is the most interesting they're working at, and so on. So after the event, of course, the company's coming mostly to us and they let us know they would like to conduct some interviews with you, and then we coordinate all the interviews. Some of the companies, so they might do an initial call before the event. Some of the companies are always a little bit last minute and joining at the event and conduct interviews afterwards. Does that answer your question about the environment in a LEAP event? And what is very important, I saw the question, if we are helping with the visa process. I see a good one, Robin, for you. We help with the tourist visa if you're selected. So if you attend an event, you need a tourist visa, you need to apply. We will send you an invitation letter. And of course, later, if you get hired, we help you with the visa, like to get a work permit, so you can actually work and live in Canada.
I think I see the question that you think is for me. How friendly are the people from Quebec? Is that what you're looking at?
Yes, that's what I was looking at.
Okay, so I know there's a really big stereotype with the people that live in Quebec. I've lived here for my whole life, for 25 years, and I've personally never had that experience. I think anywhere you go in the world, there will always be some people that maybe aren't the nicest, but no, Quebec French speakers are not mean to the people that speak English. I'm an Anglophone primarily. I do speak French as well, but I've never had an experience where anyone treated me poorly because my first language is English. People are really friendly here, actually. If you come to Montreal and you're part of the tech community, it's actually really fun. It's a really close-knit community as well. I know quite a lot of people from many companies here. Almost every week I'll attend events and get to hang out with them. It's usually in English. There are some French-speaking people too. We all get along very well. It's actually very fun. We go out together. Actually, the people in Montreal are so excited about having more people from abroad come here that they've offered to tell VanHack to invite them to come to our events. These are like the nonprofit organizations that work in Montreal. They're super excited about VanHack and what we do, and they really want you guys to come over here. So they're very excited to invite you guys to events and kind of learn about the culture here, hang out with us, and see how friendly we really are. It's kind of like open arms here. It's like kind of like a family, everyone that's in the industry. And even if you're not in the industry, people around Montreal are generally really friendly. It's actually a stereotype, I think, just about Canada in general, that the people here are really nice. Every time I go traveling, people say that Canadians are super nice. That is true for Quebec as well. Hopefully that answers your question.
Silly question. Do we have to run with all the expenses to go to the event? First of all, there are no silly questions. So we from our side support you if you're from outside of Canada with 500 Canadian dollars. We send you this money at the end of the event. So we transfer it at the end. All the extra costs or additional costs would need to be covered from your side. What are the difference between March and May Montreal Leap? Will be there the same companies? There might be some companies which will definitely attend both leaps. It always depends, right? If they find someone, they are looking for 1 or 2 great candidates, and if they find them until May, they will be not there in May anymore, of course. But there are companies who have tons of openings, so I'm pretty confident and sure they will attend also the May event. It's just a different time.
We have a couple companies from the last event that are coming this time. I also saw another question. Are there companies looking for DevOps? Yes, there's a few. We have companies looking for DevOps for sure. So if that's your skill, then you should definitely look into applying. Lots of companies are looking for that here in Montreal.
What else are skills that companies in Montreal are looking for, Robin?
We have a lot. I think for this specific event, our main skills are going to be DevOps. We're looking for Java, looking for PHP. We're looking for, off the top of my head, also, is there anything else that I'm missing? I think those are the top ones, right?
We have JavaScript as well.
JavaScript, yeah, JavaScript. I think those are the main ones, but
gaming.
Gaming, yeah. So also Montreal is a huge hub for gaming. There's many gaming companies that are here. It's one of the biggest actually in the world. So if you are in gaming, then this is one of the best places to be. There's also a lot of AI companies. Python, yes, too. I just saw someone ask. React, yes.
Python, definitely, yes.
Yeah, we need Python. We need React too. We can't some companies have so many openings that they're looking for such a wide range of skills. The ones that I named are just the top ones, I guess, that the companies are looking for. But whatever skill that you're proficient in, usually there's a company in Montreal that's looking for it.
During the Leap event, companies will want us to make some coding challenges. Based on that, would we need to bring our laptop for those challenges? Yes, company will ask you to do coding challenges. Can be a whiteboarding, okay? Can be a live coding challenge, like problem to solve. For this, you definitely need your own laptop. Or it can be just like technical questions. So anyways, I would always highly suggest and recommend to bring your laptop. You will need it also to do some research. Sometimes company asking you if you can share some projects you were working on in the past. So definitely bring your own laptop, yes.
I also saw another question. I've heard the Quebec government have some French programs to encourage people to learn French. Is that true? How it works? Yes. The Quebec government does have programs for people to learn French. That is true. We do have a bit more information on that from our immigration side, relocation side, but they are, for what I understand, free classes to attend to learn French when you're trying to get your permanent residency.
Right. About the Canadian visa, it's not easy to apply. So, of course, for the event, very important, again, you apply for a tourist visa, not a business visa. It's a tourist visa. And if you have any trouble with that, we can help with that. But we have an FAQ, so it guides you really good through how to do it. And after, if you are hired, actually, we're helping you to get a work permit as well. We're helping you through the process as well. And I'm fully aware, I know sometimes also the tourist visa takes some time, so you will not be able to be in 4 weeks in Montreal. And that's why it's good to know we have the event also in May. Still, until then, visa, tourist visa, everything should be sorted out. How's public transport, Robin, and the daily commute?
Actually, it's great. So Montreal is actually known for having one of the best public transport systems. Where I am right now, it's about a 2-minute walk from me. The bus systems are usually on time, very good. Our metro system is very good as well. We have monthly transport passes that are quite inexpensive too. I think if you're a student, they're about $45 a month. And if you're an adult, it's $80 a month, all included, to use the metro system and bus. All very near each other, and most of the tech companies that are coming to Leap event are located downtown, very close to one another and easy to get to. Actually, if you guys want, I'll show you what the city looks like while there's still light outside. So I'll show you my view of this beautiful city. So if you want to see, that's kind of what it looks like. It's kind of cold here, but can you guys see?
Okay. Pretty cool. How cold is it right now?
Right now, it's not so bad, actually. It's -5, so it was all right. I was able to go for a 25-minute walk, and it wasn't the end of the world. So sometimes it does get cold here, but we're having a pretty good winter thus far. So far, it's been like -1 to -5 this week, which is not so bad. You're going to need a good winter coat, though, that's for sure. That's something that you'll have to get. But if you like skiing, snowboarding, or winter sports, Montreal is super fun for that. In the summer, Montreal is amazing. We have a ton of festivals, a ton of fun things to do. If you enjoy good restaurants or really good culture, this is the place to be. There's a lot of different cultures in Montreal. We're a very multicultural city. kind of a place for everybody here. I mean, we have so much talent and so many people from all over the world that come to Montreal that it's kind of like everywhere you go is something different, even within downtown. So, yeah.
And I really can. I went to Montreal last year the first time, and it's just beautiful. So I think I can say it's the best food you get in Canada. It's very diverse, a lot of options. It's a very beautiful city to live at. So it's a lot of things going on. Summer is so nice. You literally cannot decide what you want to do because it's just so much things going on. And in winter you just do fun stuff a little bit more inside, right?
Yeah, there's still so many activities even in the winter. So I just went to something called Igloo Fest, which was last weekend, was so fun. It's actually a festival outside, all made of ice, with ice bars and things like that. I see someone's asking if the weather is colder than other main cities in Canada. It is cold in the west, so colder than Vancouver and the provinces on that side, but it's not much colder than, let's say, there's some places that are actually colder than here. I think like Winnipeg is one of those that's colder than Montreal, right, Steph?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not the coldest. I know that. It's also not the warmest. It's kind of like in the middle. We're the same weather as New York City, to compare.
And nowadays you cannot really tell, right, about the weather. It's changing a little bit everywhere in the world, but definitely you need a winter jacket and clothes and a turf. That's definitely. But again, it's beautiful. So I see some question. I said you get coming from outside of Canada, you will get 500 Canadian dollars after the event. Yes, but of course, you need to be selected by us. You need to have a conversation, and then we share all this information with you. That's correct. A question regarding Python. So Antonio, it's a very specific question. I think it's better you just reach out through Slack to me afterwards, so we can look into that. If you don't mind. What else do we have? The tourist visa will be only for the exact week of the event. It's open at least with some extra days. Usually it's some extra days. It's not just, so usually you can, it depends, right? It's where you're from and what you apply for. But of course, you need to tell how long you're going to be in town or in the country when you apply. This is very, very important. Hey, Marcus, you're late. Not a problem at all. We are excited to have you here.
Also saw someone asked if you're notified in advance that you've been selected to purchase the flight ticket. Yes. Right, Steph?
Sorry?
Someone asked if they will be notified in advance that they've been selected to be able to purchase the flight ticket. Yes.
Yes, we will. Because you also, it's not just the flight tickets, right? You need probably to take some time off work. And also, you need to do all the arrangements. So we will notify you before, of course. Do companies make job offers at the Leap event? Yes, they do. That's why you saw me typing, and I apologize. And I was looking on my phone because this is exactly what is going on right now. Because we have a Leap in Toronto right now, and the company want to make an offer to a candidate, and is right now looking for the candidate. Not every company does at the event, but definitely we always see a lot of offers during the event. Even we see offers before the event.
There's also something else that I want to mention about Montreal that I think is really important to know. Montreal is one of the cities in Canada that actually has one of the lowest living costs. So I just want to let you guys know that, just because it's one of the best things about here. The rents are cheaper. Everything's kind of cheaper compared to the bigger cities like Toronto and Vancouver. So that's just something I wanted to throw out there, that if you are interested in Montreal, aside from the great culture and the amazing food, and that I live here and getting to learn French, you're also going to be paying a lot cheaper to live here than many places in, well, those two main cities in Canada, and still get the city life.
Yes. So, and it's a huge difference between Toronto or Montreal or Vancouver.
Yeah, it's a big difference. I used to actually live in Toronto for a few years, and when I got there, I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting how expensive it was. But yeah, so there's some perks to living here, especially if you want to pay less. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, definitely. What else do we have? Jasper, if you already have a PR, a permanent residency, would I have more chances to get selected? Everyone has the same chances, but just reach out to us if it's specific. Just send me also please just a message afterwards so we can look in your profile. So how do we select? It depends on your experience, which kind of coding or which language, technical language you speak. Because obviously we want to make it or align it with what companies are looking for. So for example, if you're really strong in, I don't know, Java, but we don't have any company attending who is looking for Java developers, we don't want to invite you because then you don't have no opportunity to meet a company who is looking for. But this doesn't mean you're not an amazing technical professional. This is very, very important. So sometimes if we don't select, or not sometimes, always, it's not because of you and your skills. It's really because it might be not the right skill for this event. Please keep this always, always in mind. This is very, very important. And of course, we are looking into a certain amount of experience if we do the event. So at least you need to have 4 years of professional experience to be selected. What is very important as well, so we know who you are, what you're good at. You need to have a profile. We need to be able to see your resume, because otherwise if you apply and you don't add any information in your profile, how we are able to know what you're good at. So this is very, very important as well. So all this goes in our selection process. Will VanHack help with visa? We had this before. Immigration for Leap, tourist visa. Yes, for the tourist visa, you can say you attend a recruiting event. We will share this letter with you, so the invitation letter, and that is totally okay. It's very clear that you're not working, so not a business visa. Don't apply ever for a business visa because it's not a business trip. How many days would you recommend that we come? It's usually for the full week we recommend. So Monday is always the opening event, and then we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for in-person interviews. Of course, totally where you're working, you're busy, at least until Thursday would be amazing to be in town. How many? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, just a couple of days more is also good to get to visit the city. If you guys are interested in seeing around, I'll always be super happy to show you everything around Montreal too. So just to put that out there.
And you should get back on that offer, because in Montreal, with someone who lives there, you get such a different experience, right? It's just amazing. How many candidates will be for each participating company? You cannot really answer this question because it depends how many openings the companies have, what they are looking for, and so on, right? So this changes with certain factors. How many candidates are you planning to accept for Leap? For Leap Montreal, we are looking for the upcoming one into 15, and for the May event, we are looking into 20-25 candidates, maybe even more. I hope this answers your question, John. So yeah, the level of experience, as I said before, at least 4 years of professional experience. Unfortunately, no juniors. How many candidates got hired at the event? So usually in total we have a rate about 60%. We have events where we had higher rate, and we had events where we bid a lower rate, but the average is 60%. It really you get the training from us. We prepare you, we help you. That's very important before the event. You will have a lot of classes to attend. Anna and Juliana, wonderful team members of mine, they will train you and prepare you so you're ready to succeed, to meet the companies in person. How can I buy clothes? Robin, Marco's question, do you see?
Let's see, where is it?
It's about what you should buy and for the weather in Montreal.
Let me try to find it. Oh, how can I buy clothes on a for Montreal? Okay, so it depends. If you're coming in March, then I would really suggest getting something warm. As you see, I'm wearing like a nice big turtleneck sweater. You will need a coat. March is not the warmest month. If you're going to be out a lot and you want to explore the city, definitely invest in like a hat and gloves. As soon as you get out the plane, I mean, if you're wearing like sweatpants on the plane and some comfy clothes and you have a jacket on you, like handy, you'll be all right. I can't predict what the weather's going to exactly be like because it really shifts a lot. Like sometimes it'll be 0 degrees or -2, and sometimes it goes up to -20. So just be prepared for it to be a little cold. That's for sure.
But it's not so bad. Against the cold, you can cover yourself.
But especially in the city too, with all the buildings covering the wind, it's really not so bad.
When will we know if we are selected? So for the next event in March, will be this week latest, in the beginning of next week. Of course, for me, it will take a little bit longer. So we're just looking into the next one, and then we are jumping into the May Leap event. When is the date limit that we will know if, for the upcoming event will be by next week? Almost the same question. Nice. Yeah. So any questions regarding the logistics for the event? So I assume by asking all the questions, all of you have applied for the event already, because this is, of course, very important. Otherwise, we would not know if you're interested. Then, as I mentioned before, to fill out the profile so we have an idea who you are. And then we will go and have a look if it's a good fit.
Tips about transportation. Yeah, so tips about transportation. The public transport system is extremely good. So if you're staying anywhere near the downtown region, I would suggest just using that, just because usually if you're staying downtown, you'll find a metro very close by, so a subway station or a bus. If you're staying outside of the city, same thing. It's pretty easy to get around by public transportation, which is pretty cheap. We also do have Uber and taxis here too, if ever you want to grab a ride that way. But like I said, the public transportation is pretty good. We also have something called Car2Go, where if you do have a valid driver's license, you can actually rent a car for yourself for a couple of hours, and it's pretty cheap too. So instead of going to like actual car rental agency, Car2Go, there's like cars on every street, and you can actually just hop in a car, and usually it costs like $2 an hour or something like that.
I just shared how you can apply for the event and in general for the event. So you see all our events in our chat. And I see a question. That's a good question, Robin. Which kind of neighborhoods should they look forward to be close to the event? What is really downtown?
Okay, so downtown is really good. It's a little bit more pricey. If you're looking for a really nice area that's a bit more relaxed, I would say the Plateau area of Montreal is super nice. Old Port is also really nice if you want to see the Port of Montreal, where there's a lot of clubs, a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars. There's also Quartier Spectacle. I'll write that just because it's in French. It's a bit cheaper, and it's really close to downtown as well. Really nice. Those are the main areas if you want to be close to the event. Everywhere else will be a little bit further, like if you're looking to go a bit in the suburbs, but Montreal's quite good because nothing will take you more by public transportation more than about 40 minutes to an hour. But I do suggest staying downtown or around it if you want to get the full feel of the city. The first area, yeah, it's Plateau. I'll write them down. You guys can also always reach out to me on Slack for any questions you have. If ever you want to like reach out to me personally and ask me some areas to stay, I'd be more than happy to help you with any personal questions you have. I can even recommend some hotels too, and some Airbnbs that I've had friends stay at that came to visit me and things like that. So yeah, you can always ask me.
Great, thank you. I saw, what is the event schedule? Only interviews, or is there coding challenge? There will be everything, because the interview can be a technical interview, then it's going to be a coding challenge, it can be a whiteboarding. It really depends on the process of the company, but yeah, be ready for everything, definitely. However, as I mentioned before, you get a training from us, a really good training, so it prepares you for what to expect, what companies expecting. A checklist of what is expected after the webinar. If you're interested in attending the next leap, please apply. I shared the information in our chat here, or also reach out to me, send me a direct message. I'm Stephanie@vanhack.com. I'm sharing here as well in the chat my email. Make sure you write me with a PH, because we have a Stephanie with an F as well in our team. So, and I will get back to you on this. What time does the event start usually on each day? Well, so on Monday, we always have a training. The training is between 12 to 3 local time zone. In this case, EST, where we'll prepare ourselves for the evening. And then in the evening, Monday, between 6 and 9 p.m. And then for the upcoming days, it depends when you do have interviews.
I saw, can I get around speaking English, or is there something I should know to say in French? You can get around perfectly well downtown speaking just English. Everybody will understand you. If you just want to know something in French, maybe you could say merci. Merci means thank you. And then there's bonjour, which means hi, if you want. I'm sure they'll find that super cute, but it's not necessary. If you're staying any of the areas that I said, everyone speaks English as well. Unless you go like really far north in Quebec, like where it's more remote areas, that's the only time that maybe some people may have some difficulty with the English language, but it's quite far. Like you'd have to drive maybe 2 hours, 3 hours to get to those places. So if you're just staying in Montreal, you're fine to speak just English.
And again, right, if you live for a while in a country where they have another language, you will pick it up after a while.
Yeah, for sure. You'll definitely pick it up, but for the event, you're absolutely fine. You'll be okay to get around. Everything's written in both languages.
No, not just for the event, right? Yeah. So the company language is English. They don't expect you to learn French and speak French. It's just if you, at one point, of course, if you will learn, because you will hear the language constantly. People speak French as well. They speak English, and then you're also excited to learn it, right? Yeah. So wonderful. Very important. So every questions you guys having regarding Leap, just shoot me a message on Slack. Again, Stephanie@vanhack.com. We are here to help you, and also Montreal is just such an amazing city to be. You will really enjoy it. Yeah. So
and once again, if there's any questions about Montreal, I'll write my email too. You can always reach out to me if you have questions about the city or anything about where to stay, if ever you want to visit. You can reach out to me on Slack or email. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. I've been here for a really long time, so I can probably answer anything that you have to ask.
Yeah. I don't see any other questions, and I'm conscious about all of your time. Waiting a little. Yes, there's another question. Can you repeat the number of candidates? So for the next event in Montreal, we are looking into 15 candidates, 15. And then the upcoming event in May, we are looking into more candidates to accept, 25, maybe even a little bit more. The reason is just May is a very busy hiring time. And also we have a little bit more time because you need to organize everything until May. So so you can organize yourself as well.
And Marcos, if you're in Montreal in March, definitely reach out to me, because there still are quite a few companies in Montreal that we can maybe look for you. But yes, I'm excited that you're visiting the city, because I think you'll have a great time.
Yeah, and also Marcos shoot me a message as well, so we can have a look. And also if you don't want to send an email, just Slack me and Stephanie at VanHack. So other than that, I hope I see you, some of you, in Montreal, maybe in March, maybe in May. If you have any questions, please just reach out. And thank you for being here today. I know you're coming from different time zones, so for some it's already later, early. So really appreciate it. And if you don't have any further questions, thank you. Wonderful. So everyone, have a good day.
Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us.
Bye-bye.
Bye.